Tragman Jones is a lyricist from West Ashley and has ties to many people around the world in the music world. I sit down one-on-one with Tragman for a special edition of Quintin's Close-Ups. And be sure to download the free Quintin's Close-Ups app in your Apple or Google Play stores. And listen to this interview later on iHeartRadio. Tragman Jones.
Yes, sir. How you doing, sir?
Good. So great to meet you.
You too, man.
I appreciate this greatly. Obviously, you are a Low Country native hailing from West Ashley, but you also are a lyricist.
Yes, sir.
I'm wondering, what is it like for you, Tragman Jones, these days? How do you define yourself as a lyricist?
Basically, I try to relay messages to people, but at the same time, make it, complex, make you think. And at the same time, be able to paint pictures to where people can understand exactly what I'm talking about, where I'm coming from, take it back to the essence of it, in a sense.
What is your message right now?
My message is basically, I just want to, touch on a little bit of everything. I'm a deep thinker. I'm definitely into political stuff. I'm a big fan of history. At the same time, I come from where I come from, so I definitely represent for the West as well,
How do you mesh politics and history into your music?
Basically, I try to take certain principles and, lessons as far as things that can relate to everyday life. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the rules, like in the book of 40 Laws of Power, you know what I'm saying? Basically, you keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. So, if you're in a certain type of lifestyle, whether it's business or streets or whatever you want to put it to, you know what I'm saying? I refer to certain stuff like that in my music,
And you talk about your music. I went on to your biography that you sent me, and you said this, quote, "He started rhyming in the middle school. Upon entering high school, he met his mentor Below Zero, a.k.a. Chill Prince, and started developing his skills as a lyricist and battle rapper."
Mm-hmm.
How did you differentiate the both, the rapper and the lyricist?
Basically, the lyricist is more concerned with mostly like wordplay and vocabulary. Being a rapper, typically you're more focused on, making music, writing songs, melodies, things of that nature. So basically, I was able to combine the two once I met him, because in the beginning I basically would just listen to rap lyrics that I liked, the music, and then I would write my own version of it.
Wow.
But I really didn't have any formal teaching or instruction of how you go about making an actual song.
Right.
And this guy here was like, light years ahead. Like, when I met him, I was just amazed. Like, literally, we was in the same science class, and by the time that hour and a half was over, like, he would have like 4 songs almost completely wrote. I was like, man, that's amazing, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, shoot, I was like, I rap too, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And we linked up from there, and he kind of showed me how you structure it. At the same time, encouraged me to battle, different artists in the school at the time to gain a reputation. At the same time, get used to, being around crowds and things of that nature. So,
how many people did you battle?
Man, I think I did about 40 in high school. Yeah. By the time I graduated, I was like top 4, top 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
And let me back it up to middle school. What exactly were you writing?
Oh man, just little kid stuff like Crisscross was a big influence of mine, as well as Biggie, Tupac. Who else was around back then? Outkast, of course.
Right. And obviously, with the help of your partners, Lost and Dream and Ray Lee, you formed MHM, Music Hype Management, which eventually became MHE, which is Music Hype Entertainment. After the addition of KS Ballad, that is, the 4 began touring the southeast region of the U.S., making a name for themselves and gaining fans in the process of opening acts like Little Flip, Black Youngster, DJ Ink, Slick and Pretty Ricky. Let me back it up. What is music these days in your mind?
Music to me these days is mostly melody. Me personally, I consider this era more of a hype man era. You know what I'm saying? They're more so concerned with just the melodies and the hooks. Like, if you really listen to the lyrics, they really ain't really saying too much. You know what I mean? So,
What are you saying in your lyrics?
I'm saying a little bit of everything. Like, I got songs about, like, dedication records that I got dedicated to people that I've lost. I've got records of dealing with betrayal. I've got songs, you know what I mean, to encourage people, you know, to get up and move their feet and dance and have a good time at party records. I got a little bit of everything. I'm just a well-rounded person because I was fortunate enough to, like I said, be able to be raised right, but at the same time, you know what I mean, for whatever reason, in hindsight, I think it was more so just because I was a only child for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I kind of felt the need to, like, want to be embraced by the crowd, you know what I mean? So I got into a lot of unnecessary stuff, you know what I mean? But, so like I said, I got a little bit of everything I can touch on.
And you talk about those crowds. Obviously, you toured around the southeast of the United States. What particular city describes you and your music?
I would say that city that would describe me and my music, I would say it had to be a combination of Atlanta, Charleston, and possibly maybe Louisiana.
Wow, that's amazing. Why Louisiana?
Just because Louisiana, they have a kind of a bounce or energy to their music.
Yeah.
And I kind of have that too, you know what I mean? My own personal twist to it.
Right.
You know what I mean? To where, like, as soon as I get on the mic, like, as soon as people hear me, they're like, wow. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just gets your attention, you know? And I would say that's why I would say partially that too, because, like, anytime you hear, like, a little Boosie record or a Juvenile record or any of those guys from down there, like, it immediately perks you up, like, oh, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's the music that people listened to back then.
Yeah.
And obviously, you went on later to release a double album.
Mm-hmm.
What got you from touring the southeast to having that particular album in your mind?
Oh man, just was working my craft, and in the beginning, I had a lot of different people who was handling business for me.
Man.
And at the time, I wasn't really understanding the business,
Mm-hmm.
and things just didn't get done in the way that I felt it should be done or reach the potential I felt it should have gotten to. So once I got done with that situation, I actually started my own situation. Then I had to buckle down and really, like, truly be thorough and understand the game.
Mm-hmm.
So once I got the knowledge and the education I needed, at that point in time, I had close to 200 songs already recorded that no one ever heard.
Wow.
So I was like, well, I don't want to sit on them too long because, you know what I mean, if they sit too long, then they kind of lose its value as far as, music constantly changing. So I was like, let me just hit them with a double, get most of these songs out the way. Then after I finished dropping that, which it did pretty good, I think I want to say about close to 50,000 streams so far, a couple of album sales and things of that nature. So for a first time release, you know what I mean, it wasn't that bad, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So I'm just grateful that the people embraced it, that they liked it, and looking forward to hitting them with some more.
Do you understand the business now?
Yes, very thoroughly, yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
What have you learned thus far?
Basically, rule number one, make sure that your music is copywritten. Definitely want to have it registered with a publishing company in order for you to be able to get your money. Promotion is a big key. I would definitely say that as far as networking is another thing you need to do as far as with the business, because being able to get your name and your music outside of your city is also another thing that will help you propel you not only into other markets to where you can possibly get a name and get money and checks in other regions, but also because the people that you're able to embrace, their fans, if they like you, they'll embrace you, which will help build your fan base. So things of that nature. Definitely, you know what I mean? Another thing you can do too, which a lot of artists don't know, is instead of performing all your songs out, You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You can actually chop up your songs, maybe do like a minute and a half of each one to make your check even bigger too. So that's just what we did.
Yeah, I guess it. Describe to me the following one word: the Geechee One Awards.
It was definitely the first staple as far as local music that I can recall. You know, that actually gave artists a platform and was acknowledging artists for their work. You know, and luckily I was able to finally get one. So like a year or two ago, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mike Outlaw Butter.
Yes, sir. That's a great project. It's actually my guy Nutso, who was part of Tupac's Outlaws.
Right.
He just dropped that project, and fortunately, I was able to bless it. You know what I mean, and do my thing, and I was honored. You know what I mean, first and foremost, just because I was a music fan of that movement, but also to be able to blaze a legendary artist's album. Because, you know, a lot of people get features all the time from artists, but very few do you see actually get the return, the favor, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And to be one of those guys, to be able to put on not only for Charleston, but to let those people feel me and hear me as well, it was just a blessing. Plus, you know what I'm saying, I was a fan of his sisters too, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's Keisha Cole's sister.
Sister, oh
Yeah.
wow. Wow.
Yeah.
What is the state of music in Charleston in your mind?
I would say it's very competitive. It's moving in the right direction. I would just say that I think it just needs a little bit more organization. In the sense of, I mean, you got like almost like maybe 100 labels down here,
Right.
which I feel it should be condensed maybe into 3 or 4.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You get the best of the best, put them together, and everybody move in one direction, and you could accomplish a lot more. Because if you got 100 different labels out there, you basically just splitting the fan base.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot very cliquish. So if I know you, I'm gonna support you. I don't really know you, or we don't have no affiliation with you, then you simply see that people are not going to support that, which it affects your bottom line as well. Because the industry guys, the only thing they're looking at is numbers. So, you know what I mean? They expect you as an underground at least to do somewhere between 20 to 50 just for them to really look at you. You know what I'm saying? To even consider trying to deal with you. So, if you got 100 labels out there and, you know what I'm saying, basically, how are you going to get to that number? Because this guy might have 25, you might have 5.
And then you think about social media reach.
Mm-hmm.
Why should people choose you and your music?
Personally, I think I'm one of the best, if not the best. I'm one of the most consistent artistically, lyrically, and I feel like I'm making a difference as far as really getting Charleston that look. You know what I mean? I've worked with a little bit of everybody from T-Rock, from 3-6 Mafia to MC Mac. I worked with Nutso. I've worked with, actually had a song about to come out with Spice One, you know what I'm saying, from the West Coast. I've worked with Horseshoe Gang from California as well. And salute to my COB guys out there. You know what I mean? So basically I'm representing it at the same time, holding my own and making my moves through this industry as far as getting us known on a national level. Mm-hmm. So I would say just support me just from the fact that I'm putting on for us, I'm making moves, I'm getting the looks that's necessary to possibly take it to the next level. And most of all, I would say embrace me just because I'm not a selfish guy. You know what I mean? Like, to me personally, I don't care who puts it on, I just want to see us get on. So if it's me, if it's you, it doesn't matter. I just want to see it done.
Yeah. The future.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to create an album about your future, what would the title be?
I would consider maybe Best Is Yet to Come. Mm-hmm. So I feel like my future is very bright.
That's so great to hear.
Yes, sir.
Well, Tragman Jones, thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate this.
Definitely. Me too, man.
Thank you. Anytime.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.